Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Let all of us say thanks to Allah because of His blessing and graceful, so that we can gather together in His educational seminar titled as YouTube platform as the learning method of speaking course in pandemic era for English Language Education Department freshmen in University of Muhammadiyah Malang. So previously, I would say welcome to the Honorable University of Muhammadiyah Malang Rector, Dr. Fauzan MPD, along with the ranks, the Honorable Dean Faculty of Teacher Training and Education of University of Muhammadiyah Malang, Dr. Poncojari Wahyono, MKes, along with the rank, the Honorable Chairman of English Language and Education Department, Dr. Sudiran M. Hum, the Honorable all lecturer and staff of English Language Education Department, also the audience and all the seminar participants. So ladies and gentlemen, here I am Fitri Cahyani as the Master of Ceremony will guide this seminar. But before starting our agenda, let me mention the agenda schedule of this seminar. First is opening and pray. The second is sing the hymn of University of Muhammadiyah Malang. The third is acceptance by the rector of University of Muhammadiyah Malang and opening this event. Fourth is material explanation, and the fifth is closing. All blessed audience, the first agenda is opening. Let us start this agenda by reading the Al-Fatihah together. Prayer begin. Prayer finish. Thank you very much. The next or the second agenda is singing the hymn of University of Muhammadiyah Malang, titled Sang Surya. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up please. Ladies and gentlemen, sit down please. Thank you very much. The third agenda is greeting by the rector of University of Muhammadiyah Malang to Dr. Fauzan MPD. The time is yours. Thank you very much for the greeting and opening this event. The second greeting is from our then Faculty of Teacher Training and Education of University of Muhammadiyah Malang to Dr. Poncojari Wahyono, MKes. The time is yours. Thank you very much for the greeting. And the last greeting is from our Chairman of English Language Education Department to Dr. Sudiran M. Hum. The time is yours. Thank you very much for the greeting. The next agenda is the main agenda which we are waiting for. That is the material explanation from the speaker, Mr. Rizky Lestiono, SPD MA, about how to do speaking course in online learning during the pandemic era. But before we start, let me read his curriculum vitae first. Well, now to the Mr. Rizky Lestiono, SPD MA. The floor is yours. Thank you, Mr. Rizky, for the explanation. Now the time for Q&A with two questions. For audience who want to ask, please raise your hand and we will choose 3 people of you. Please mention your name, SID or student ID number, and your question. Thank you for your answer and explanation, Mr. Rizky. Now, let's move to the next speaker and the next material that will be explained by Mr. Teguh Hadisaputro, SPD MA, about YouTube platform as online learning method during pandemic era. But before we start the material, let me read his curriculum vitae. Well, now to the Mr. Teguh Hadi Saputra SPD MA, the floor is yours. Thank you so much for your explanation, Mr. Teguh Hadi Saputra. So now we will open the Q&A section. There will be 3 people with 3 questions. So for audience who want to ask, please raise your hand and mention your name, student ID number, and your questions. Thank you for Mr. Teguh Hadi Saputra for your answer and your explanation. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. Thank you, and I apologize previously if there are any words that less pleasing to audience here. Let's close this educational seminar YouTube platform as learning method of speaking course during pandemic era for English Language Education Department freshmen in University of Muhammadiyah Malang by saying Hamdallah. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.